Of course, this lockdown has brought with it a complete ban on any kind of eviction. So this activity should not be taking place. What reasons have the City of Cape Town given for the fact that they're doing it despite the regulations?
Well, Kathy, we know that the City of Cape Town has said that this particular action is not an eviction. It claims that it has been putting down structures that are not occupied. But on the other hand, you have residents who have been complaining that the city is saying something completely different to what has been happening on the ground. They claim that their belongings have been shoved out of their informal structures for the city to continue demolishing their structures. It's been a long day for residents of the informal settlement of Mpolweni in Kanini, in Khayelitsha, who've been engaged in running battles with the police. And so the reasons given by the city are particularly the fact that they have a court order to evict residents who have been illegally occupying the land that belongs to it. On the other hand, you have the Legal Resource Center, which has filed an urgent court application to halt the process that has unfolded, and that has been taking place where the City of Cape Town has been demolishing the structures, saying that it is not the right time for the city to embark on this particular action, bearing in mind that the country now is grappling with COVID-19 like the rest of the world, and also bearing in mind that the lockdown has been extended and that the country has also, the president has really declared a national disaster. I have a resident here who just wants to give a few words shortly on how things have gone. Tata, can you just briefly talk to us about the way in which police have handled this eviction process?
The police, police are right, because bayawophula umthetho kaRhulumente. Umthetho uthi masihlale ezindlini. Apha sinengxaki yelento yabantu bafuna eyamabala. Sifuna uhlala ezindaweni zethu. Amapolisa ayasikhupha athi asinokwakha. Akafuna uthetha nathi amapolisa. Into abafuna iyenzayo bafaka ilanto bayadubula. Basifaka irubber bullet. Xa siphuma basifaka i-tear gas. And sinabantu abadala apha. 40, 60, 80. Abanothi banawufumane babhubhe na anytime. Ngenxa yale tear gas abayenzayo.
All right, thank you so much. Just to loosely translate what this gentleman was saying, Kathy, basically talking about the fact that they have had police fire rubber bullets, stun grenades and tear gas at them, trying to disperse them. We know that we actually saw two mothers with a 3-month-old baby and another one respectively with a 1-month-old baby, where they were rushing them to hospital after inhaling tear gas. And following that, we saw an ambulance come in to fetch more children who inhaled tear gas during the clashes between the police and the residents. And there are a few residents who have been arrested. At the night shift, police officers are on the ground. They're patrolling the area, asking every single individual where they're going, and they actually have shambox in their hands to show that they will use them at some point during the night.
Athi, this leaves those residents in a precarious position, because whichever way you look at it, if they do what the city wants them to do, they're in contravention of the lockdown regulations. What is the city expecting them to do? So when you evict people, you should have alternative accommodation that has been provided for them. Is that the case in this particular instance?
Earlier on, Kathy, I spoke to the Maker member of Human Settlements, Malusi Boy, and I asked them exactly that question. What should happen now? We know that the residents have sought refuge at a nearby church as well as a hall. Others have gone to their nearby loved ones to sleep overnight. But the City of Cape Town told us that they have a plan in place, but we haven't seen it, because those that are affected, about 200 of them, are still roaming the streets, and some of them are asking questions as to where they will sleep tonight. We presume that they will sleep at the church where they've been sleeping at. The conditions in that church, Kathy, are very questionable, bearing in mind this issue around social distancing. The conditions there are not favorable for what the country is going through right now. We know about 12 people have tested positive for COVID-19 in Khayelitsha alone. We know more tests are being conducted, and we don't know how many more people will be tested positive for coronavirus.